All right, it is knife time. Once again, 2 in 1 day, your bonus video. Indeed. I'm sporting my fancy Family Dollar flannel. Family Dollar's got the good threads, man. And it was $10. And to think there's hipsters selling stuff just like this, they pay like $4 for like $60 online with like a special little tag on it. I think that's great. All right, so here we are for our bonus Bowie boy video of the day. We're just a Bowie fest up in this piece. I retaped up my blade basically to keep it from getting any scratches, which is kind of redundant because of the microfiber towel I'd be putting in place in the jaws of my vise. But redundancy is good sometimes. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And Lord forbid we should have to buff out some crap on the blade that we don't have to. Alright, so the point of this here video is this. You know how we took our time and we filed this down? Instead of just whacking off a ½ inch at the end here, we're going to take our time. We're going to file it down with our half round. This is just a $3 and change. Yeah, I left all my files out because I was going to do this outside when I first started the project, and I guess it rained overnight, which is rare, but whatever. This is like a $3 and change file. All these files, you know, from Harbor Freight. This is nothing special, all right? So a nice half round file will do this job best. All right, so what we're going to do is put this in the vise. And I'm going to put the point up a little bit so I'm not, yeah, just a little bit. Get everything in there. But like I said, we're going to start at the top of the swedge there, at the clip. The swedge, the clip there. We're going to start at the top. Whoa. And almost in the very same manner we did with the spine, we're going to do the same. Because we had to bring this part down a ½ inch, the widest point, where the clip started. And so now we got to bring our point down a ½ inch, so we're going to do it in the same manner. We're going to taper it down in a progressive manner. And that will give us a very aggressive point. And that's the first stage of this. Then we're going to have to go back in, and this is where this comes in handy as well, this nice half round. We're going to have to go back in once we get all this, and we're going to have to reshape our and sharpen our clip point for our back cuts, so it could be a true battle boy. All right? And I'm not going to make you guys sit through this whole thing. I'm just going to work it down a little bit. All right? Because I know it's god-awful noise. And if I put on any music or anything, YouTube will cry, so I'm ban my video. So we're just going to work that down. I'm going to show you how we're going to work that down a little bit for this first part of the stage 3. This is stage 3.0. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's get some filing in. And now remember, when we're filing, remember progressive, so we want to work on that tip a bit more. And take your time. You can always take off more. You can never take off less. And we're just bringing that tip down a ½ inch. Remember, 9 7/8 is what mine measured. What am I going to bring that overall length to? 9 5/8. We got to get this tip down. Take your time with our file. See what I mean? And don't forget, after you work it with your right hand for a while, work it with your left hand for a while. Not only is this good for the evenness of your progress, it's working on your overall motor skills. using your non-dominant hand. Which also makes stuff fire in your brain that doesn't normally fire. And so that's good for all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we got our cold steel recon 10 to open this piece. What's happening, man? You don't like my Crockett carry? You don't like my Crockett carry? There we go. Get it good. There we go. Now we're working it. Remember, slow and steady, y'all. You're going to be so proud of this thing when you're done with it. I'm going to be proud of this. I'm going to carry this. And we're going to get into the carry system of this. Because when you're done, man, this ain't going to fucking fit in your floppy Chernobyl pony sheath that comes with anymore. And that's pointless. It's not tactical. And we'll get into your sheath setup once we're done with the knife. Don't stress that yet. In the present, we're being where we are. What are we doing right now? We're working on that tip, baby. Just that tip. And I can't work it too much because I left all my 552 tape measures I have. I left them all elsewhere. But I ain't getting anywhere near where this needs to be yet. I can tell. But this ain't so bad. This is working pretty easy, you guys. Look at those hot rod pictures and stuff. Those were up on the wall when I bought my house, and I just left them. I'm an old white dude. I'm into hot rods. That's cool. I think the one's like on a salt flat. It's like a Thunderbird, or like an 89 or 90 Thunderbird. You don't see those around. That's a rare-ass car now. Back then, it was like, oh, look at this plastic Ford with a horrible engine. Well, obviously that one's been dinger dude. Yeah. I'm so silly. It took me like, I lived here like 3 years before I found the light switch for my garage. It was like some big mystery, and one of the side garage door had been taken off its hinges, and it had just been leaning up against the wall in the garage. And my buddies were over, and one went to move that door, and the switch was right there. How cool is that? And this isn't normally where my knife shop is. I have a separate knife shop that's under construction that I'll be getting into one of these days again. But my forge is over by the garage, so I've kind of been migrating over here. I hope y'all's battle Bowie is coming along good. Someone on the Instagram I made for the YouTube here tagged me in their story. I tagged it in my story. If you want to get over there and look, someone ordered. A few people have mentioned in the comments they're getting in on this. That dude actually posted a picture. I tagged him in my story because I reposted his story over there on the Instagram. It's just Knife Time with Uncle Junk. There's a link on the profile if you guys want to go over there and check that out. It's not got nothing up much special yet. Pretty much a link to the YouTube and a couple pictures so far in my story. But we'll be getting more stuff on there, and future projects and future knives and more knife art photography, because I really miss the 2012 to 2015 era of people doing really nice artsy EDC pics. You know, where they lay out their stuff and take a really nice, cool lighting, and I never see that no more. But I don't mess with social media much anymore. Just this good old YouTube. I'm waiting on some tools today that I don't think they're gonna come. I think my UPS tracking is fibbing to me. Don't you hate that when you make your plans around your tracking numbers and your tracking numbers lie, so it screws up your whole program? Oh man, the problems of being a consumer. But to be fair, I'm consuming tools to make new cool stuff to share with you guys. And so, not to share with you guys, sometimes people are very private about the items they want made. I'm not talking about weirdo stuff that's shaped funny or anything. So sometimes people are like, hey, Uncle John, can I get an X made? I'm like, show enough. Like, could you not be showing the whole world this thing? I'll be like, show enough. Uncle John's cool like that. Cool like that. Who was that? Who was that in the 90s? I can't recall. I think I recall, but I don't want to say it. I want somebody to say it in the comments. Who did that song? I'm cool like that. And at the end of the song, they said, we out like that. Have you guys listened to me ramble and file enough? Jeez. You guys are running for the hills right now. You're like, this guy has lost his mind. I'm a little over caffeinated. If you are going to drink this type of junk, not a sponsor. I pay for this crap. Bang is one of the least bad for you ones, but anything like that, man, can't be good for you. Anything that tastes that good and don't have no calories, what? Come on, man. That's some weird wizardry. Some magic science. Now I can't wrap my head around. How can something have flavor and no calorie? How's that tip looking, baby? Ooh, I think we've brought it down a little. I say we brought it down about an 1/8, which is about a 1/4 of what we need to do. So you're going to hang out with me for a few more minutes while I don't take off too much of this, because I got to go yonder and grab my tape measure where I filmed the earlier video. And then I'll do a short after bit. At this point, maybe Move On will do a short showing our fully lowered clip, our shortened blade and our lowered clip. And then in part 4, we will get into the shaping and sharpening of our clip. So we have a full-fledged back-cutting Bagwell Bowie Blaster Boy. What do you think of that? This thing's gonna be with doing this, taking it down the way we're doing this. This thing's gonna have a very aggressive look to it and a very aggressive cutting blade. This is not gonna be playing around. I have a feeling that whoever got in on this project is going to enjoy this knife. I'm going to take this on some mountain man missions this winter, I think. I have a few knives I need to get out in the wilderness, but I would be failing the junk force if I didn't take the junk force battle blade out and proved its metal in the wild. Because We're making a blade that's worthy of boxing it up with a bear, boy. Get around a bar, you gotta be in the woods, right? That's pure insanity. But I'd rather have a big old Bowie boy on me if I was gonna battle a bear than just have a box of donuts. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Let's take a peeperoo at it. I'm gonna turn on some Twilight Zone out here in the garage, and I'm gonna finish this part up. But there is a little bit worked. It's been brought down a little bit. I didn't mark it. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of hard to mark what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're bringing that down. We're bringing it down, which is shortening the blade as we bring it down. We're not coming off this part. We're coming off this part. And as we come off this, it's bringing this in. So we're giving it a nice clip there. All right, you guys. Part 3 of our Battle Boy. I really hope you guys are enjoying this. So far, I've been noticing some people have been commenting that they dig this and they like the project and that it's looking all right. I appreciate you guys getting involved in this and your opinions and comments, criticisms, whatever you got to say. You can say it here because Uncle Junk loves the Constitution and I love freedom of speech. So there we are, our Bowie boy. I'm going to get to working this and finishing it up for our next stage for you guys. And I'm going to take a Bowie break tomorrow on Wednesday. I got a lot of stuff I got to handle, and I'm not sure if I'll have any shop time, but we'll get after it after a while. And I think we may do a different blade for Bowie Thursday as well, but I don't know. I may get it itching and just do a surprise video on this thing because once I get to working on something, I get all focused and I start just focusing. I can't focus on doing nothing else but getting what I'm working on done. So, we'll see. All right. Hope everybody is having a terrific Tuesday. Watch your top knot.